Should you buy thin and light laptops like these without GPUs, or should you buy laptops with GPUs that are slightly bulkier? Let's try and discuss some scenarios where these thin laptops may be actually better. Every part of these laptops, including their chargers, is designed to be easily portable. And to achieve that, some companies do sacrifice a few ports, like some laptops are out there without Ethernet ports, for instance. But depending on which manufacturer you go for, you will get those ports. Like this one has all ports that you need. They'll also have nifty features like fingerprint sensors as well, so you're not really missing out on technology here. These laptops are ideally designed for lighter but longer duration workloads. Typically office related work, say you're editing a lot of documents, maybe you're working with a lot of spreadsheets, or you're coding, for instance. They aren't as resource intensive as such, but it would be nice if a laptop has a long battery life to support those tasks. And despite their slim form, most of these laptops have good batteries. Since they don't have any power hungry GPUs, they last a surprisingly long amount of time. Again, designed to be portable without needing a charger for at least 7 to 8 hours. You can get away with doing some heavy tasks like video editing or say graphic design on these, but you may not have a good experience unless it's a MacBook. That thing has an integrated CPU, GPU and everything in a slim form, so if you are a MacBook lover then great, but if you don't want a MacBook, well, then your options are fairly limited, especially for a thin form factor. Because these thin laptops usually don't have really good thermal performance, so when they do get hot, the fans get very loud. That's one of my biggest complaints with these. So then who are these for? Well, you may have already guessed, they are for students and working people who usually use laptops as tools and maybe not necessarily for multimedia level applications like 3D rendering or video editing. If you're doing a lot of machine learning tasks, then these may not be good for you because machine learning applications will benefit from having a GPU. If you're like me who has a stationary setup and you like to use your laptop for heavy tasks, if you're a power user basically, then having a thicker laptop with a powerful GPU will be the way to go. These are not ideal for people like me. There are many laptops that are fairly thin but have really good GPUs built into them. If I take a reasonable budget, let's say $1,000 or around 80,000 rupees, that's a great price. You'll get many good laptops. For example, there's MSI Thin GF63. If I was shopping for a laptop under $1,000 which is slim and lightweight and has good performance, I would be looking at a few of these because look, this has decent specs. It's a slightly older 12th gen CPU but still very capable, and it has a newer RTX 40 series GPU, the 4050. It only weighs 1.86 kilograms, which isn't lightweight, but it's not heavy either, and you can't beat that price overall. You obviously need to do more research. These laptops are just my list, like these are the ones that I would look into. Another from MSI that's pretty interesting is the MSI Sword 15. It's slightly more expensive but has a more powerful chipset, so that may be worth considering if you're doing a lot of extremely heavy tasks. I know for a fact that video editing can use as much heavy gear as you can provide. Also, Acer's Nitro 5 is still pretty good. I'm looking at the AMD version. The Ryzen 7 is a decent platform. I'm still using it today. Combined with the 3050 Ti, it's okay. The price is slightly more compared to the MSI one we saw, but it's fine. It's still worth considering. The HP Victus is also something good, although I haven't used this one as much. Some people have raised concerns about its build quality, so you may have to look into it a bit, but this has by far the newest processor of the bunch, a 13th gen Intel Core i5, and an RTX 4050, so there's that. Plus the price is like half of what I paid for my current machine, so that's pretty cool. Again, in this price, companies usually cut a lot of corners, so you may have to look out for that, especially in the build quality department. But my Lenovo has quite disappointed me even in build quality at double the price range, so I don't know, your mileage may vary. Anyway, those were my thoughts on these slim laptops and bulky laptops, and which one is kind of better in the middle with my recommendations. What kind of laptop do you use? Or do you use a desktop altogether? Let me know.